All right. Well, I must go outside to check on my gutter warmers. They're supposed to prevent ice dams. So let's hey, got a little bit of snow overnight. So it's supposed to be in the 40s, 50s later in the week. But so it's sort of a zigzag sort of pattern along the edge of the roof, which would represent where the wires are going through, and they go into the gutters, down the downspouts, and they have served me pretty well. So let's head back in, maybe do a little bit of a holiday walk around. It is Christmas Day. This would be my secondary cockpit, home tower computer, stacks and stacks of records obstructing access to this part of the house. There's some music equipment back there, a mixing board underneath all that stuff, some shelving. We've got stacks of records here. I don't know where else to put them. Hey, this was an interesting collection that I found. They're all hand-drawn covers. Adam and Eve, and Cain and Abel, and Noah and the Ark. Timothy's Lunch. Noah and the Ark, and the Call of Abraham. Daniel, in the King's what? And in the Fiery Furnace. Soul of Tarsus and Dangers of Damascus. I Am God. David Escapes, and King Saul, and a Cave. There's the cave. Daniel in the Lion's Den, and Jesus of Nazareth. There's the Lion's Den. The Aged Paul, Shipwrecked, and Philemon, the Runaway Slave. So there's the shipwreck. I imagine that's the runaway slave. The Long-Delayed Reunion, and Moses, a Deliverer, is Born. Oh, he's in the river in the little basket. Joseph, the interprets dreams, and the king calls for Joseph. So that's Joseph interpreting the dream for the king. Joseph's coat of many colors, and Mrs. Potiphar, and the dungeon. So that's the dungeon. Joseph becomes the prime minister, and Joseph entertains his brothers. So that's Joseph entertaining his brothers. And this one did not have a cover, unfortunately, but I'll show you. It's this series of records. The Youth Story Hour recordings. This one is Miriam the Great. The other side is the Ten Commandments. So those, the records with the hand-drawn sleeves. Probably no resale value, but my God, this one went through a great deal of effort to do those covers. Now, this is the kitchen. Got a pot of coffee brewing. I've got a lot of empty pickle jars. And some empty vodka bottles. City of Westland will not recycle them. I don't know what to do with them. So when I find these townhouse flip sides on sale, I stock up. So I've still got 4 or 5 boxes. These big ass cans of tuna I save for an emergency of some kind. I've got the sink, underneath the sink, open to prevent the pipes from freezing. The gas-powered stove is not working. Hasn't been for a while. I bought a little convection oven that I use on top. I'm getting ready to make some bagels. So we're arriving back to what I would call the cockpit, the main cockpit. The pathway is not obstructed as of yet, but it's narrowing in. We've got records and books stacked to the side, and they are starting to move in. Let's get a little closer look back here. Books, records, videos, records. The old soldering table from when I used to solder my own tattoo needles, CDs. The art table, which is a little hard to access now. More books and records stacked up underneath the mantle. This is the cockpit. This is where I sleep, on the futon. There's more books and records under here. This is the night side table. Various stacks of books and so forth. The more books and records over there. But yeah, this is where I conduct business on the laptop next to the bed. We can go back to the other part of the house. Space heater. Got the guest bedroom, which is cluttered enough with books and records and whatnot that probably would not accommodate a guest very easily. More books, records under there. Let's see, there's 45s. Years of photographs from my tattoo portfolio. This is my David Allen Co. collection. Books, records, CDs, videos. More records and stuff stacked up there. Photo equipment. That closet leads to the attic, exhaust fan to the crawl space at the bottom of it. I've got photo equipment and stuff stored in there now. Furnace. Water heater. The lavatory. The library. I had my friend Kelly, hired her to, a little bit of dust, to try to organize my library several years ago, and we never followed through, so it's semi-organized. I can get in there if I need to, but it's semi-obstructed. I guess I can turn the light off now. So we can head down to the basement. This basement has given me all kinds of trouble. The sump pump, flooding, etc., etc. But it's what it is. So hey, before we go down there, let's check out this jacket. It's a large size. Will not fit me, obviously, because I'm extra large or something. But it's a very nice jacket. IBEW, International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers. I've always admired their logo, the fist with lightning bolts, which is why I bought it. But obviously, I probably wouldn't have been able to fit into this even in my teen years. If anybody is interested in, it's extra large. If anybody's interested in that, let me know. So we're headed down the stairwell. My uncle Bill dug this thing out of the raw clay back in Norwayne, ill-advisedly, because the water table is really high and this area floods. So the sump pump is down there. Now, I don't know if you can see in the video, it's a little dark, but ordinarily there's a subfloor. There's a wooden floor built up on top, you know, about a foot above the concrete floor where they poured the concrete. And that's the backup unit that powers the sump pump when we have power outage. Washer, a dryer, which I tend not to use because the electrical circuits down here are flaky and the washer empties into there, and I want to put a stress on the sump pump. Got a space heater running at the moment so that the pipes, keep the pipes thawed. There was here's evidence of the flooding that I experienced a couple seasons ago. Right in the alley alongside the house there, it would flood when the gutters would get overloaded, and then it would trickle down the foundation through the wall to this place that goes into the crawl space underneath the rest of the house, and there would be a waterfall all the way down there, and it rotted out so bad that when I stepped there, it caved in. So yeah. Now the main reason that I'm going to end here is because we started showing the gutter protectors to prevent the ice dams. It's a system that plugs in, and it plugs in around the back of the house. An extension cord going out to the back of the patio. The cord plugs in here on top of one of my 2 dehumidifiers. So the dehumidifiers are not running at the moment. As you can see, we've got pretty good humidity levels down here. It's pretty dry. And so we're good. The gutters are getting thawed. The pipes are not freezing. We have no flooding. We're going to climb back up these stairs. There's a doggy door from when my brother lived here. And the dogs, I think, had their dogs or cats maybe had a litter box down there. I'm not sure. So when we end up back in the cockpit, it's nice and warm up here, and we should probably end the video with a shot of the space heater.